And this will be our battlefield today. Our mission rules, we're just going to have the middle here for almost like scorched earth. So they do an action. If they hold it by the next turn, they'll burn it for 10 points. And at the end of the game, if none of these are burnt, 10 points each. If we hold each other's deployment, that's 15 points each. And then we made some little tertiary points of 10 points per warlord. So if you kill the warlord, 10 points. Deployment today is Crucible battle. So, no man's land is kind of diagonal up the middle here on both sides. All right, let's go see who gets deployment.
Hello, today I am playing Necrons, running the Canoptek court. I always really like the looks of this one with the power matrix, so I figured I'd give it a go. I have 6 destroyers. They're going to be hanging back at the beginning just for something to jump on top. And a group of 10 Lich Guard with an Overlord with the Void Blade, Void Scythe. They're still tanky. They're not as great as they were, but they're still pretty tanky. Doomsday Arc is just a solid all-around shoot things, do some good damage. I am also running 6 Locust Destroyers with a Lord. Not the best in this one, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Doomstalker, I'm very excited to try this guy out in the Canoptek Court with the rerolling hits. Blob at 20 Warriors with a Technomancer and an Overlord. Reanimator, again, not as great, but still pretty good if you get in position correctly. And we have a group of 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers. I think they are about the best things going if you're trying to pierce through big tough dudes. 10 Immortals. They have Plasmancer and Overlord to do the free secondary or the free stratagem. It's great. And then we're just running some Scarabs. Hopefully they can gum some stuff up. That's the list today. We'll see how it plays out.
List I have for 2,000 for the Tau. So it's a Devilfish with the 2 Seeker missiles and the twin smart missile system. The Breachers with the Guardian drone and a shield drone. The Cadre Fireblade with the 2 gun drones. A unit of Tetris. A Riptide with the Ion Accelerator and a Twin Plasma and the 2 missile drones. Shadow Sun, team of stealth suits with a shield drone and a marker drone. 6 crisis suits, all with 2 cyclic iron blasters and a plasma. The commander, the Cold Star commander, he has 4 plasma. These guys have a shield generator as well. So they have the shield generator and the 2 shield drones each. And this fella just has I just gave him the 2 shield drones and all plasma, so he has all his weapons. And then he has the enhancement for battalion detachment. Turn early. Unit of Pathfinders, 3 of them have rail rifles. Another Riptide with the accelerator burst cannon and a twin plasma rifle. There's a Ghost Keel back there with an Ion Raker, 2 Hammerheads with rail guns, and twin smart missile systems with 2 Seeker missiles each. Another Breacher team, kitted out the exact same as the first one. Cadre Fireblade in this one as well. And he has no enhancement, so he just kind of enhances the unit. And another unit of stealth suits, and they're equipped exactly the same. And this is supposed to be symbolize the spread of the Necrons and all their robotic junk. We just roll first, see who gets deployment. Nope. Ooh. Do you want to deploy first or me?
You can go.
Oh, okay. I deploy first. For the Tau, we put some stealth suits over on this objective, some more stealth suits in the Ghost Keel up here. Most of my stuff is kind of deployed back here to hopefully stop the Alpha Strike if he goes first. Kind of lined up to get a few shots on a few things if I go first. That's pretty much the Deployment, I have my Crisis Suits in Reserve and Deep Strike, and the Breachers are in this Devilfish right here.
We started our warriors over there with one of the new enhancements, so they get infiltrate. I wanted to get on that because I think it's important to get the middle zone so that you can have your domination matrix in No Man's Land as well. I realize that's not the name, but it is now. Put the reanimator back here. He loves still hanging out with the Lich Guard. These guys are just kind of hanging out. I have my Locust Heavy, my regular Locust, my Doomstalker. Behind that wall, I have the Immortals chilling. Hopefully, I can get a sweet counter on that, but we shall see. They're set up for that. Skorpeks destroyers are in Deep Strike. See how it goes.
Now to see who goes first. What? Ooh, the Tau go first. Okay. For the Tau movement phase, I'm mostly just shimming things over to get some shots on that Doomsday and those Warriors. I went for broke here a little bit. I put the Devilfish up here, dropped out my Breachers. So I did add, those guys did have Assault, so I was able to get a 2-inch advantage. That's not much. But these Breachers there, so we're going to try to put some hurt on these Warriors and then probably get nuked back. I kept these guys behind the wall, just kind of close to the objectives, hold on to them. And let's see what the Tau firepower can bring. First turn, so far, we just kind of started the shooting phase. The Railgun and the Riptide's Ion Blaster took apart the Doomsday Arc. Sadly, Mike failed a lot of his saves. I think he made one of his saves, and that's it. So sadly, the Doomsday Arc is out already.
No, I didn't make any.
Breachers are going to shoot into the Warriors. I'm going to use the Ghost Keel to spot, and I'm also going to use a Stratagem Point Blank Ambush for 1 more AP. This first set of Breachers have popped off. I get 10 sixes and a bunch of hits. Mike made none of his saves, so 10 of them automatically went through because of their AP3, because of the Contra Fireblade. And then the Stratagem, he just needed 6s to get 10 saves. Didn't roll 1 6. So now he's going to roll his Feel No Pains. Are they 5s or are they 6s?
5s.
All right, let's just see what happens here.
Something useful. Come on.
All right, so after the Feel No Pain and the other unit of Breachers shooting, look how many he has left after. I think he got, how many Feel No Pains did you get the first time? Like 10 or something?
12 Feel No Pains.
Yeah, like he went off. So these guys should be dead. I have the Riptide left to shoot, but if they're not dead after that, I think I have nothing left to shoot at them. Overcharge for the Riptide. He takes 3 mortal wounds. Took everything I had to kill these Necron warriors. Came down to the Devilfish's Seeker Missiles. The last Seeker Missile hit, wounded, and it got 5 damage, and sadly Mike couldn't get everything I had to kill those warriors. So they're still pretty tough, really. And on to Necron turn 1. There's nothing really to reanimate, since I luckily was able to kill everything, so Mike is moving on to his movement phase. He gains a CP. I gain a CP. Let's see if I can weather the metal storm coming my way. The Necrons, they moved up. They're not too hard. They come back here to do any counter moves in case I drop anything down here. I can't get any lanes on them either way. The Immortals moved up so I can get some shots onto my Breachers. Same as these light, the Locust Drawers, the regular ones. Doomstalker set up. He is in the Matrix, so he's going to put some hurt onto my units. We got the Overlord with some scares behind there. They're going to get this objective burnt. I don't think I'll be able to get onto that and stop it by next turn. Lich Guard moved up here just for a hopefully next turn to get onto that objective to burn it. So let's see what the Necron firepower can do to my Tau lines. Onto the shooting phase. Instead of putting the Technomancer there, Mike decided to put him there, so he will die, but it'll allow him to put the Power Matrix on the whole No Man's Land. So all these units will be able to get the rerolls instead of just the Destroyer. Because he would have been out of the deployment, because the deployment went up this way, so these guys would have not been wholly within. But now they're all wholly within, so he can put some hurt onto my units. Strength of the Canoptek Court showed off here, and this Devilfish got pasted. I think he got, 21 hits through, and then another 36 sustains. So with the rerolls and the crits on 5s with the Plasmancer, it nuked this Devilfish. He only had to roll, I think, not even half his wounds to get through, because he was also he used a stratagem, so he'd be hitting Devi wounds as well, and he was dead within seconds of being shot. He didn't blow up though. End of phase recap for the Necrons. They were able to plink off a few of the breachers. They nuked that devilfish. The Doomsday got lots of hits through, but the wounds, only 2 wounds. The Riptide was able to make a save. So it's down to 11 wounds. The Necrons are poised for a good turn 2, I think. So I need to be careful going into my turn 2 for the Tau. Tau moved up pretty aggressive. I'm kind of going pretty hard here. I should wait until turn 3, but I kind of need to keep the Necrons off these objectives. Like, he's going to burn that one for sure. I can't stop him from getting that, so I need to keep pressure on him so he can't get these Lich Guard on, because once the Lich Guard is on there, it's going to be really hard to move. So I moved all my firepower around here to get some shots on here. Baited the Overwatch with the stealth suit so I could drop the Crisis without having to worry about being overwatched by these Necron Immortals. Everyone else kind of moved up to get some shots onto this blobs of units over here. The Riptide, this Hammerhead wasn't able to get any shots or anything. Same as this Riptide, so we're just sitting on here waiting for a counter shot maybe next turn. So the Tau did hit pretty hard. I did wipe out the Immortals. I didn't wipe out the Destroyers, and then he popped a Orbs.
I was going to say, end of the phase, he's going to smash his orb.
Yes, smash your orb. Once again, Mike's rolling has been pretty subpar this game, so he only rolled a 1 on the d6, so he did get a Destroyer back on a wound. He has these ones back here still. I was able to kill a Lich Guard, cleaned out the middle, have the Crisis Suits block here. I'm going to drop a move, shoot, move, and just move them out of the way here. Hazardous, let's see, any 2 1s will kill a suit. That is 4 1s, so I lose 2 suits. That sucks. That's about it. And these guys all shot and did some wounds, killed some units, but might not be enough. We'll find out. Turn 2 for the Necrons for their command phase. They did their resurrection protocols. Only got a 1 here, so brought that Destroyer up to 2 wounds. Healed back Lich Guard to full, and then resed a full Destroyer. He rolled a 3, so he's got a full Destroyer back with full wounds. On to the movement phase. Turn 2 movement for the Necrons. They stayed here just to get the power matrix. The heavy Destroyers kind of pushed out a little bit to get some shots onto my Hammerhead. The Lich Guard pushed up so they can get some charge onto the middle objective here. The Overlord, which is worth 10 points, is hiding safely behind that wall. And the Scarabs kind of pushed up towards the Breachers. The Destroyers moved up to get charge onto Shadow Sun. I did Overwatch with the Riptide. It was managed to kill 1, but that's not enough. I think Shadow Sun is probably not long for this world. And my 10 points is not long for this world. So moving on to the shooting for the Necron turn 2. A little lackluster, not bad. Got to put some wounds on the Riptide. Cleared up some more Breachers. Missed on the Stealth Suits, sadly. Did 6 wounds to the Hammerhead. That's why these heavy Destroyers are one of my favorite units for Necrons. They do so much damage. They're so consistent. You don't have to worry about rolling d6. It's just 6 flat damage. The Lich Guard have moved up here to charge onto my objective. They're going to kill my Stealth Suits and then pile right in on them there. So they're going to go on to the charge phase, and we'll come back after the end of the combat. Because the 2 charges, that one can't fail, and my poor Shadow Sun, that one can't fail either. So we'll come back after the melees. The Overlord sword pasted those Stealth Suits, just gone. The little Scarabs, they killed 3 of the Breachers, just tearing them down. And poor old Shadow Sun got chopped to pieces. So 4 damage from deadly wounds, and then that failed saves, and she went down. Piled into the Pathfinders. So we're going to have to clear out our lines and deal with them, or we're going to get chopped to pieces. So moving on to Tau turn 3. So I moved up with my Crisis Battle-Suits here. I get some shots onto these Lich Guard. I moved the Tetras up from over here to here. Mike shot his Overwatch into them, hoping to be able to kill them because they are a very big key unit to go with these Crisis Suits. So he's hoping to be able to kill them. But another 1 for the amount of shots, so only 2 shots with the +1. Everything up, shimmy up a little bit more to get some shots on everything. Riptide moved up so he can also shoot at these, as well as some other stuff if he needs to. Riptide moved up. Breachers got a 12 on their battle shot because they wanted to get out of there from those Scary, scary scarabs. And then we have our Riptide. He moved up to get some shots onto those scarabs. Ghost Kill stayed there. Pathfinders fell back. That is our movement phase, and we're going to go on to the shooting phase. Oh, I went up by 1 CP. I got 1 CP went up, and the Necrons are at 1 as well. Or are you at 2?
1.
Yeah, Necrons are at 1. All right, on to the shooting phase. All right, so the end of the shooting phase for Tau turn 3. I was able to clear the Lich Guard, not the Overlord, but I was able to take out the Lich Guard, which was pretty good. I once again wasn't able to kill all these destroyers, so they'll be coming back. Canoptek, the Doomstalker, has been eating railgun shots all game, tanking everyone, hasn't taken a wound yet. I cleared out the destroyers in the back here, so now we just have to worry about the Necrons in the front here, and we're going to go on to Necrons turn 3. So the Necrons, me and Mike were kind of trying to figure this out here, and this is pretty much the only way for him to get some more points here, is he went for a Hail Mary. He's going to the center. He's going to use his Overlord for the action, clear out with the shooting. And then hopefully he can weather the storm that's going to be coming his way. See what the Necrons can pull off. See if they can pull off a nice tricky play. Alrighty here. So the Necrons were wiped out here. We did the points up, and the points are actually 35-35. So we each have our deployment at the end. So 15-15. He was only able to burn 1. So he got 10 points to that. I held these 2 at the end of the game. So I am up to 35, so 15, 25, 35. And we got 15, 25. But Mike was able to kill my Warlord, so I brought him up to 35. And I might have been able to get him if I had realized earlier that he was so far back up there and he was so fast, but there's nothing I could do. Once we're on turn 4 already, Mike would just do everything he could to clog it up here so I couldn't get it as Warlord, so we're ended up tied. It's a great game. Tie game. Great having the Necrons here. Thanks for coming, Mike.
Thank you for having me.